So,
yeah.
I'm only doing that for you.
Yeah, it makes me chuckle every time. Well, not chuckle, but smile.
I heard no chuckle.
No. Titter titter.
That's what we're aiming for. It is a. Is it a comedy podcast?
It will be in.
Now, welcome to Pigeon Good.
Hello.
Oh, Gizzard is excited. It's freezing.
It's fucking Baltic.
It's
Excuse my
cold,
language.
yeah. Oh. That was a weird energy.
It's so late.
Oh man, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right. I am really cold.
Yeah. It's cold, isn't it?
Yeah, it's. Although, is it English cold, or is it actually cold?
Oh my!
Because I do appreciate that we're about to moan, and then everyone's going to like Google what the weather was here and be like, bloody whingers.
Yeah. What is this? Oh, I thought we were going to jump into a geography podcast then.
No. That is my Achilles heel.
Weather systems with Jim.
I don't think I knew where London was until I was 15. I know about as much about geography as you do about films.
I thought the Netherlands were in the Midlands when I was a kid.
Netherlands.
I did. I thought they were just like. I thought the Netherlands were in the Midlands, right? They were just somewhere that it was the Neverland. You didn't go. And that Wales was obviously just full of water.
And big fish.
Yeah. Being 15 was difficult.
For anyone who watches the clips, I think they take one look at us and go, they must have struggled when they were 15.
Oh, yeah. This is why they're putting all their eggs in a podcasting box.
It's good to have stuff to cut out, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's just nice to give away that personal information.
You seen any films?
Yeah, I watched Old Dads with Bill Burr.
Oh, God. I was like, is that a film or have you just been down the gym?
I've just been sitting outside the school.
In the swimming baths.
Yeah. Watching Old Dads. Yeah, no, Old Dads with Bill Burr.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's funny. It's definitely like old bloke humour, but it's Bill Burr, right? And he's Bill Burr stand-up, brilliant. And
he's coming on next week.
It's funny. What?
He's coming on next week.
He doesn't know. There will be a kidnapping. Please don't.
I'd like to see the two of us try and kidnap Bill Burr.
Yeah. He's,
Kick the fucking out of us. Even if he's an old dad.
I don't think we could. You can't kidnap me because this has happened for a story for another day.
Well, we did, but
you did, but it.
Yeah.
Didn't go to plan. There was a planned kidnapping of myself by Paul and a couple of other of our fellow idiots and
friends. We do have friends. We have friends.
Yeah.
I promise.
And the police were actually called.
Yeah,
I'm pleased. But anyway, have you watched any films this week, Paul?
Yeah, I watched The Killer. On Netflix. Yeah,
Christmas film.
No. It's the new that Michael Fassbender one.
Oh, okay.
Where he's like a hitman. But what I quite liked is usually with these like hitman movies, they're like all in black, slick, driving Ferraris. He just uses like WeWork spaces and like Airbnb, and he gets like all his gear like sent to him by Amazon. It's genuinely like, hold on, that's actually a little bit scary. Like, can you actually just do that?
Was this referenced on last week's pod?
Like a couple of weeks ago, someone watched it. Yeah. I watched it. Yeah, I'm doing that when people say like, I watched this. I'm like, I'm gonna watch it. But yeah, it's good. It's good. It's a slow burn at the start, but I think it's worth it. Yeah.
And obviously, Paul, you've been up to something this week. What have you been up to?
Well, peeling a little bit behind the curtain, we were supposed to record this last week.
Yes.
But Paulie was a little bit sick in the tum-tum.
Oh, a little tum-tum.
Yeah, so I had a little bit of a queasy belly, and I couldn't do it. And you'll never believe what happened.
God, just tell me.
I laid an egg.
I didn't fucking see that coming.
I laid a big golden, not a big golden egg, I could pass it, but I laid a big golden egg. I've got the Midas arse.
Oh, okay.
And I sold that egg for £45.
45 pounds for one of your
to a disgusting man on the internet for one of my human man eggs.
just degenerate egg.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to take an hour and a half to soft boil.
Oh God, I don't even want to hear the story of the laying.
The noise is coming out of me. It's like a camel giving birth.
Oh God. Oh well, Paul. I'm with your £45. So stupid. What is it? What is it that you're going to spend the money on?
I'd like to make a film.
Hey. Well, obviously we can't do it.
No.
No, you can barely lay an
We
egg.
can barely come up with fake reasons for making money.
Well, it's a good job then that I found someone to come in and
You got someone in.
yeah,
Is it Bill Burr?
It's not. We couldn't kidnap him, but it's better. This bit's better anyway. So, good friend of mine, nicest guy on the comedy circuit. A very, very funny comedian, as you're about to find out. Had a great run in Edinburgh with It's All Gravy. His show that I lasted for, I think it ran all month. I'll turn his microphone off in a minute and he can tell us. Yeah, so everyone, welcome to the show. Oli Burkill.
Hello.
Hello, how are we doing?
How you doing? How long was it? The whole month that you did the show?
It was half a month,
half a month.
and it was a lot.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It was a lot.
I've never heard anyone refer to that a half a month as like a
Yeah. Do you know what? Until you said that, Jim, I hadn't noticed how odd that was. It was 2 weeks
2 weeks.
or double a week.
But yeah. Oh yeah,
think
I work in week doubles. That's how I work.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
I'm a posho. I've only had normal posho jobs. Working a double is.
Normal posho jobs. How you doing, Ollie?
Yeah, good. Very good, thank you.
Good.
Excited to be here.
Have you watched any films recently?
Do you know what I have? But I like older films, so I watched A Bridge Too Far,
Oh.
which is a classic war movie from 1977.
Oh.
We're talking James Caan, a young Michael. They're all young. It's 1977, but James Caan, Anthony Hopkins. You've got Gene Hackman.
Holy shit.
They're coming out of their ears.
This is a proper film.
Oh,
Stacked, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like 3.5 hours long.
Ooh.
It's like one of those ones.
Yeah.
What was
Before,
Clear your schedule.
yeah.
Did you snack it? Did you have a good
I
snack?
did. It was 2 sittings.
Oh, right.
It was 2 sittings.
Oh, so did you have a dinner in this thing?
Yeah.
What'd you have?
I ate the only thing. I'm currently moved into a new flat, and the only things I own are teaspoons and one plate. So I bought a lemon loaf and then cut it with a teaspoon.
I thought you were going to say you could have like just a flat yogurt. You know?
I won't lie. I'm envisioning you watching this in floods of tears.
Oh yeah. I thought, what better way to cheer myself up than know that I wasn't part of the Second World War? So there we go.
It could be worse.
I'm like, God, those guys have got it bad, you know? As I sit in my underwear and socks, and that's it.
Crying into a lemon loaf.
With half a teaspoon.
I thought whenever I watch those sorts of war films and I see the trenches, and I think I just want to die digging those trenches, just digging them.
Yeah.
You know, like I want to take the horrors of war and light exercise and the same thing. Same thing to me. I'm just not. I just you know. Oh,
You die in basic training.
I watch just getting getting into the van to go to the army base.
Right in your letter home.
Please.
The horrors I've seen.
Stood looking out at Europe, just still in England. Oh, God. It looks so dark.
The waves were choppy on the Thames that day. Who am I writing to?
Me.
Don't you? Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, so Ollie, you've come in to pitch us a movie, haven't you?
I have.
And that's what we're going to do. So, what genre of film are you going to pitch us?
So, I had a choice of 5 movie titles because I'm more of an ideas man as I am as opposed to actual creator.
All right.
Now we're going to find out the movie title at the end.
Yeah.
We will do that right at the end, is what I was going to say. I have a film. I'm going to go with this one right here.
Oh.
Which is a movie, I would say it's a thriller.
Thriller.
Yeah, love it.
It is. Do you remember in like the 60s when
No.
yeah, fair. No, me neither.
How old are you?
Just
Ollie?
after the,
Yeah.
Your skin is incredible.
What's going on?
it was just after basic training, Jim.
Just about to go to Nam. Just Creedence Clearwater Revival playing all over.
You know, like the Beatles and people like that used to make movies.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's
obviously,
one of
yeah.
those movies.
Oh.
Nice.
So is it by like a? Is it a band?
It is by a band.
Oh.
It's by a notable band called the Spice Girls.
Oh, okay. Here
A
we go.
spicy thriller.
Yep.
Very good.
Good.
So it will have at least a cast of, and I'm pulling this out my ass, 6 Spice Girls?
So close.
7?
You've overshot your spice.
Oh my God, it's more of a choir now as opposed to a band.
Yeah, you could add some extra spice in there.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. No, okay. I think we'll have to veto spice puns because they're going to get really shitty really quickly, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't know. This might be an integral part of the film.
Yeah, okay, unless it is, and in which case ignore it. 2 minutes into the pitch, I've just ruined it.
Yeah, it's derailed already.
Yeah.
So, so it's a thriller. Would you like to know when it's set?
Yes.
Absolutely.
It is set in the year 2002. Notably,
2002.
2002, the year after the Spice Girls broke up.
Right.
Okay.
There's already a bit of emotional drama wrapped up in this.
Tensions are high.
Oh my gosh.
For some reason.
Tensions were high the way
Yeah,
you said
between
that.
me and you then.
What happened there?
Really? I've really got to stop eye-fucking our guests. Every week.
That's why I put you there. Cool. So this is 2002. This is a thriller starring the Spice Girls.
Yeah.
And will the Spice Girls be playing themselves, or will other people be playing each of the Spice Girls?
We could have them play themselves.
Okay. Sounds good. Are we gonna use the time machine? It's gonna be 2000 Spice Girls, or is it gonna be Spice Girls now that are playing them younger selves?
It will be a pit stop in the time machine to 2002.
Nice.
We're going thick.
We're going in.
Into the plot. Let's go with that. Not a clue.
So
Thick spice. That's the 6th one. It's just me.
oh God, I don't want to see that.
No. Stop.
Do you want to be my lover? No. No, I
Just
don't.
me in a little fucking Union Jack dress.
Oh God, let's. Oh God.
2002.
2002. Thank you, Paul. 2002, yeah. So it's the year after the Spice Girls broke up.
Okay.
Notably November of 2001. Not quite a year. It's a month since the Spice Girls broke up.
Yeah.
We are set around a world where Y2K had a very adverse effect on humanity.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh. Nice. I mean, yeah, okay.
Yeah, cool. Okay, right. So,
It's not a biopic, it's a...
No.
oh, this is gonna be a goodie.
Oh.
This is, we're going in deep.
Okay.
The movie, what else do you want to know? My gosh.
Well,
Mostly what happens.
Okay.
how do we open? How do
Should I have written that down?
And done. Thanks for coming. Like, listen, subscribe.
So, Ollie, how does what happens? How does it open? How are we introduced to the film?
We open with Sporty Spice on a treadmill in her house. She's looking over London, and it is beautiful. It is sunny. It is warm. The birds are chirping. She's jogging away, perhaps a 10K, perhaps more. I don't know how sporty she is, to be quite honest with you, but she's jogging away, and she finishes her workout. Bang, clicks the button.
Yep.
And then clicks a subsequent button, and the sunny London in front of her opens, and we see London before us in an ice age.
Oh, so this was like a screen, like a
Boom.
boom. It would have been load. Was high def invented in 2020?
It was this time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was there.
we took that back with us.
Yeah, yeah, we did.
We can have
I reckon the Spice Girls had OLED in 2002.
That's the big.
Oh my god!
That'd be a great conspiracy, wouldn't
Yeah.
it? But they invented you OLED.
Well, we finished the end of the film there, lads. So
Okay, right. So there's an ice age on London, and we're all like, oh,
Yeah. The world is just one big polar ice cap now.
wow.
And that is the premise of the movie.
Okay.
Is we're going to bring back together the Spice Girls.
Yeah.
Governments all over the world are incapable of sorting out.
People of the world, sorry. Sorry.
Okay. So people in the world
Are incapable of sorting out the global ice age that has now occurred as a result of Y2K. You see, we all thought it was the computers.
No.
It was the ice age.
Oh wow.
Oh.
So all right. So we were all like being brought down the Y2K, the computers thing. When actually, you know,
It was just getting colder.
it was just getting
It
cold.
was just getting colder.
Right.
Much like today, Paul. Who knows?
Is this really happening?
Is this set in 2023?
I like the idea that one freezer went haywire
Yeah.
because of the
yeah.
computer virus.
Yeah, Carol in Dagenham left open her fridge, and that's the end of it.
Yeah, we caused an ice age, which is gonna. And when how do we find out the leaders of the world? You know what are they doing? I can see you itching. I can see,
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
I can see you itching. Well, so the leaders of the world. How do we see them discussing the problem?
Yeah, we'll do some kind of a montage. Maybe she switches the TV on while she's making her breakfast.
Yeah.
I assume she eats something healthy.
What do you think she'd eat?
I think she's having half a grapefruit with a smidgen of Manuka honey? What is it called? Manuka honey?
A wild boar.
There's the protein she needs. Jim, she's just finished a 10K. She needs as much as she can get.
I'd love to see that. Just someone like, I'm going to be healthy. I'm going to have half a grapefruit, not a whole one, and a boar.
Yeah.
A lion.
Yeah. It's nice to know that the Ice Age has brought back such animals as wild boar. They're really thriving these days.
You know, there's something that happens, doesn't it, in these sort of things? Like they all of a sudden, you know, like wild boar run the streets
Yeah.
in the apocalypse. That's when you know shit's going
Yeah.
down. If you see a boar, run.
Yeah.
Buy a coat.
And it always means something. It'll always stop, look at you, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, like I'm in charge.
Yeah. And it's like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm top of the food chain now.
Yeah.
Buster.
Done.
Buster.
God, a talking boar.
What a boar. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm just...
And we have hit the ceiling. He's going to be put into this today.
Okay. I'll carry on with this. So we've got half a grapefruit and a wild boar, and we're gonna see. So she's getting ready for the day.
Yeah.
And do we follow her more, or do we follow someone else, or maybe one of the leaders of the world?
I think we've got the leaders on the telly in the background talking about how it's all gone Pete Tong.
Okay. Who's the leader that we're seeing talking?
Well, it's 2002. We're gonna go with Tony Blair.
Tony Blair. I think it was Gordon Brown.
We're
It was Tony Blair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
It is my universe though, Jim. So let's just say that
Yeah.
Yeah.
he killed off Gordon Brown.
He survived an ice age. He's done all right.
By eating Gordon Brown.
Who is the boar?
How did he taste?
I'm gonna-
Texture like sun.
I'm putting down that the boar was played by Gordon Brown.
Gordon Brown. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, right. So Tony Blair. Is Tony Blair playing Tony Blair in this film, or is he? Being
No,
played by
Tony
somebody else?
Tony Blair will be played by an actor.
Which actor?
We are going to have Tony Blair played by Colin Farrell.
Oh.
That is a 2002 esque
Yeah.
cast, isn't he?
He's just come off the back of Alexander the Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very confident about his acting ability.
Yeah.
And he was like, I want to do something transformational. Tony Blair in an Ice Age.
I like it. Okay.
Not even putting on an accent. Full Irish accent.
I'm playing the trench coat. Okay, right. So
Stupid, sexy Tony Blair.
So we got Tony Blair being played by Colin Farrell, and he's on the telly warning, talking, you know, blah, 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 all the stuff to Parliament. What's he trying? Is he trying to sell the idea that the Ice Age is okay, or does he want to get rid?
He wants to get rid, but he can't get rid. Nobody can get rid. Nobody has the answers.
Freezer's still opening back.
Yeah, nobody's told Carol yet. Nothing can be done.
Okay. All right. So and is she watching the news while she's eating her?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
gutting, trimming, and preparing
Got Gordon
a
Brown.
35 kg boar. And just to tip the scales in the right direction, half a grapefruit.
Oh, fit life. So, anyway, so, all right. So, and does she have any comment on this? Does she?
The only comment she does have is that she sighs, turns around, and switches the TV off. She's had enough, Jim.
She's had
She's
enough.
had enough.
She's had enough of the news.
Yeah.
Sensational stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I won't necessarily say sensational because it's minus 40 outside. She's not like, bullshit, opens the door. And she's like, oh, fuck it up.
Fake news.
Okay, right. So we're established now. We've got Spice Girl. You know, the government's trying to solve the problem. And what's how are we going to solve this problem?
I think that the only thing that can be done is that there needs to be somebody, a wise person, that has got the idea to throw away science. It's not worked. We tried it. It didn't work. We tried closing the fridge. It didn't work.
Can we have one scene where someone shuts it and goes, "We've done it." Shit.
Mission accomplished, boys.
The
We
problem
got
with
him.
that, you can't just close the fridge because then come the floods.
Oh.
It is. It's very quickly turned into a disaster movie.
Yeah.
That's what's happening here.
One thing after the other.
It really is. It really is.
Sporty can't catch a break.
So there's a flood now.
There will be a flood if we close the fridge.
Okay, right. Okay, so we're going to keep the fridge open.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't want two problems.
No.
Yeah. Better snow than rain, eh?
That is what they say.
Who is they?
They do now.
I've been heavily drinking. Okay, right. So we need someone who's going to figure this out.
Yeah. And that person will be.
Okay.
Give me a moment.
He said, "Buying time."
Someone from 2002, or maybe a little bit later in the time machine, or
I think we bring back the one person that can truly sort this out, and the one person that's always been telling us that it was coming, Greta Thunberg.
So she's in the time machine.
She's come back with us,
Yeah,
or
okay,
with
right.
them.
So Greta.
Is it modern Greta Thunberg has gone back in time?
Yeah, as opposed to fetus.
I was going to say like an infant Greta Thunberg.
I was about to say that. I don't think she'd do it because the time machine would probably use up a lot of.
It would use a lot of
wouldn't it?
energy.
Yeah, but it's worth it because she's going to go and
gotta-
save the day.
Got to do it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Double-edged sword.
So Greta Thunberg is whereabouts is she in this universe?
She is at The Hague,
She's at The Hague.
where all the big decisions are made.
Yeah, yeah, they are, aren't they?
Yeah,
She loves it there.
she loves it at The Hague.
I'm not entirely sure I know what The Hague is.
Well, it's a place.
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's a place.
It is
yeah.
a place. It's just
Yeah.
weird that it's called The Hague.
The Hague, not just like Hague.
No.
Hague Zero.
Hey, sorry.
Yeah.
It's rubbish.
Yeah, because we just don't have that here.
No, we don't.
I mean,
the Wirral.
We do have The Wirral,
That's a place.
a notable place in Liverpool,
Yeah.
or across from Liverpool.
Keen-eared listeners will realise that none of us know what the Hague is.
Nope.
We've all sort of mildly circumvented it. We've heard it.
It's there, right? So we're at The Hague or
Yeah.
in Hague or wherever it is.
Yeah.
Van Hague? No.
Van Hague.
That's so stupid. That's such a regional joke. That's so dumb.
So, yeah. So, so we're in The Hague with Greta Thunberg.
Yeah.
And what's she up to?
Well, she's no longer protesting outside. They've let her in. They've gone, do you know
Too
what?
cold.
Too cold. Yeah, she
Get
can't.
in, love.
No volunteers for that protest.
You'll catch your death.
Yeah, so they've let her inside, and they're like, look, Greta, I know we ummed and ahed over whether you were serious
Yeah.
about what's kicking off, but we've looked outside, and you are right. There is
A problem.
a problem. I don't want to play it down, but we're in a pinch. What is the answer? And then she just goes into a tirade.
Yeah. How dare you?
How dare you?
Yeah.
All this time
Yeah.
in the future.
Yeah.
And then she says, there's only one thing we can do. And they're like, well, what? Do we get more radiators? A fan? Do we put more layers on? And she goes, no. We have to do the only thing we can do. And that is reform the Spice Girls.
Yeah.
Bang!
I love it.
Yeah.
And the plot thickens. Now we're into it.
Now we're cooking with gas. No, that didn't go anywhere. We're going to have to cut out a lot of me this week. I'm so sorry, Jim. I've given you such hard work.
We cut nothing. You know full well. We cut nothing. So Greta Thunberg wants to reform the Spice Girls. What's her reasoning?
She thinks that the power of love that is brought towards humanity by the Spice Girls is the only thing to really truly get people up on their feet, dancing away, warming up the earth.
Heating it up.
Heating it up.
Okay.
Is that a Spice Girls reference?
No.
By the way, I've gone into this
Yeah.
not knowing how many Spice Girls there are and not being able to name you one song the Spice Girls sing.
Very confident.
Yeah.
So there's the Sporty Spice, right? So she's. So we've been
You having a
introduced
stroke?
to
You okay?
I was just trying to connect the Spice Girls now to Greta. How does she know this? Is it just a hunch?
Greta?
Yeah.
No, she read it.
She read it.
She read it.
Where did she read it?
She read it on an ancient rune off the coast of Norway,
Oh, wow.
where she was doing work on our cold war. Which sounds like she just had a thermometer in her hand, but
Yeah.
there was more to it. There was a computer.
It is cold.
Yeah.
Do you know what? It is cold.
A slow computer.
Oh, yeah,
2022,
yeah.
Too
Plugged in on a very long extension lead.
A gateway machine.
A Commodore 3000 is what she's working on.
Oh, right. Commodore 3000. Well, that's like the 80s.
Is it?
Yeah, they were good.
Were they?
Yeah. Oh, we're not turning this into games past. That's good. Another.
Luckily you perked up.
This is a computer. Okay, right. So she's been working in Norway and she found an ancient rune.
Yeah.
And on it says,
It said, the cold will come. The toes will numb.
Very good.
I'm clutching at straws. You need the Spice Girls.
in English?
In some kind of Norse language.
And how does that sound?
The intake of breath there
I love that you went for
was
it.
about to be soul destroyed.
Had to get us cancelled.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So we have this ancient rune that's given instructions to Greta Thunberg, and she's gone to The Hague. They've let her in, given her a cup of cocoa.
Yeah.
And then they've heard this from her that we need to get Spice Girls together because this ancient rune, and she's put the ones and zeros together from the Commodore 3000, and they have said that the heat from love will warm the world.
Yeah. The world's got cold, but so has everyone's hearts.
Yeah.
That's the issue with it.
So is everyone grumpy in this world?
Everyone is miserable, apart from maybe the Scandis, because let's be honest, they're never miserable, are they?
No.
They're always happy. And if anything, a bit more snow. I guess it sort of suits them, doesn't it?
And the Canadians, they love
They
snow.
love snow.
They do, yeah.
Yeah, the Mounties are still out. They're still patrolling. That's about it,
Still
really.
looking absolutely great.
Incredible. Yeah. They're still producing lovely leather boots.
So, okay, right. So we're here, and what the leaders of the world have they come to?
They've come to the Hague.
They've come.
Oh,
to
they're
the
all
Hague.
there.
Yeah, yeah.
They're all there.
I suppose
far
they must
and
have,
wide.
They could have walked across the channel.
They
Just
could
frozen
have.
over, right?
Yeah. Our leaders could, yeah.
Yeah.
Some people walked across the desert that is now just a tundra, which I think is a snow desert.
Ah,
Is that what tundra means?
It's ambitious that you're looking at either of us for an answer.
No, it's a Nissan. You can get a Nissan Tundra.
Can you?
Yeah, it's like a truck. Designed for snow, I guess.
Well, then I guess everyone's turned up in their Nissan Tundras.
You'd need them.
It's the only car that survived.
Straight over the channel.
So it's driving over the channel. We have
Yep.
a Nissan Tundras.
Yeah.
Okay, and then they all meet at The Hague.
Yeah.
And I'd imagine it's like one of those sort of like big UN rooms with everyone sitting there.
Yeah.
And their different countries' costume, which is all coats at this point.
Yeah, it's all just layers.
Just legs.
A lot of fur hoods
Yeah.
and goggles.
Canada Goose.
Because it's apocalyptic,
everywhere,
you've got to wear
yeah.
goggles, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And Greta's at the front.
She's at the front. Everyone's arguing. Everyone's shouting and bawling in different languages.
Yeah.
The translators are having a hell of a time trying to translate.
It's
while
chaos.
everyone's talking over each other.
And I imagine that she's like Quiet.
Yeah, she slams open the doors.
Yeah.
Bang. Two big doors. Bigger than her.
They're well-oiled doors.
And she just pushes them in. Bang. And she just screams.
Oi!
Yeah. Oi. A noise synonymous to everyone is shutting up.
It is, yeah.
So-
It's a word of the world.
It is a word of the world. No translation needed.
No. Oi means oi.
Yeah.
Wherever you go.
What is wrong with us? We're not. We're not good at this.
It's getting cold. That's what it is. Okay, right. So she shouts oi.
Yeah.
And then does she storm in with anger, or does she walk with a quiet confidence?
She storms in with anger.
Oh yeah, cool.
She saw this coming a mile away, Jim.
She did, yeah.
She saw this coming a mile away.
Through time.
Through time.
Yeah, in the future, Greta. All right.
Yeah. Everyone thought it was getting warm. It was getting cold.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
And is she going to address the
room.
room?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. She's going to start, but nobody's going to be listening.
No.
She's done an oi. It fell on deaf ears. Everyone's arguing away still, and she's trying to explain, and nobody's listening. And then one of her disciples, which is what I've decided to call the people that follow her, one of her followers.
Now that is a twist.
Yeah. In my stomach is the next child.
This is a religious thriller.
3 wise kings of Leon. That's
And then the delegate for Uzbekistan is like, everyone stop, in a perfect English accent. Like, oh, you've piped up all of a sudden. Like, you always act like you can't speak English.
From the French delegate.
And he's like, listen, and everyone sits down, and it's one of them moments where she don't really know what she's going to say. But she knows what she has to say.
Yeah.
And she knows it's got to come from the heart. And she knows no one's going to believe it. And then she utters the words, we have to reform the Spice Girls.
And what's the reception to these?
Yeah, what is the reaction to that?
Like, what?
Okay, of course.
What are you on about, Greta? The world's frozen over.
Says the German delegate. Okay, so and how does she convince them?
By showing them the rune.
Ah,
She brings it with her. She's got the rune.
you'd have to.
You can't leave that, can you? It's your only proof.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, this isn't Mormonism.
No. Uh-oh.
Right. Okay. Right. So she's got the rune. She's brought it to the Hague.
Yeah. And she shows them it.
It shows me.
And they all go, we can't speak Norse. She was a good point.
Ancient Norse.
Ancient Norse at that.
Yeah.
And she explains what it says on it.
Oh, just
They just take her word for it.
Well, yeah. Let's go with, they do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
She explains it, and they lap it up. They're very desperate. They're very desperate. They try closing the fridge. It started all other problems.
Yeah.
They can't find Carol. She does not answer her phone these days. She knows she's in the shit.
Carol from Dagenham. Who is Carol from Dagenham played by?
Carol from Dagenham is played by Dame Maggie Smith.
Oh,
But you've got to have a little bit of levity as well as a serious tone.
A bit of class.
She knows what she's done, but weren't it a blunder?
Yeah. She's like, what am I like?
Yeah, she spent the last 3 years just knitting scarves for everyone.
when was the last time even you went to Dagenham?
I
I used to live there.
Did you?
Yeah, not long.
There's no knitting needles in Dagenham. There are needles, but they're not not for knitting.
Oh, okay. No, I've only ever been to Dagenham once. That was for a doctor's appointment.
Oh.
All clear. Just in case. It was due to strain.
Sure, was I? Yeah.
just like Greta is trying to strain the point across in the
Very
in
well
the
done.
Hague.
Getting us back on point.
Thank you so much, because we had derailed.
Oh,
I almost confessed far too much about my medical history. It needed someone to pull that back in, Jim, so thank you.
If there's any consolation, Ollie, everyone has already turned off.
They're waiting next week for Bill Burr, that's fine. Saving them ears.
We're going to hear about Bill Burr's carpal tunnel next week.
Right.
So she's held up the rune. She's convinced the room. The room are convinced.
Yeah.
Time for the Spice Girls to reunite.
Yeah.
Who is leading the charge? Who's putting charge of reuniting the Spice Girls?
She is. They've gone, well, we can't do it. Look at this mess. Look at this mess. We can't do it.
Yeah.
We need you to do it, Greta. And she goes, well, I don't really know much about the Spice Girls.
Fucking hell, Greta.
She's like, I don't even know who they are.
Yeah, it's like, who?
I can't remember. Is there 6 or 7 of them?
Okay, right. So she now needs to go figure out who the Spice Girls are.
Yeah.
And how did she do that?
She she's rubbing her head. Scratching her head. Just trying to keep warm more than us. just giving it. She's scratching her head. She don't know what to do. And one of the disciples is like, I'm going to make us a drink.
And can we have a name for one of these disciples?
John.
This is the chief disciple.
Yeah.
John. A popular disciple name. Is that John with an H or a...
That is HN.
Oh, yeah. It's
Classic.
Classic.
Come on,
Classic.
mate.
There's no Jonathans.
Respect the
No.
age.
Yeah.
Okay. And so who's he played by?
He is played by Brendan Gleeson.
Brendan Gleeson.
Oh, exceptional casting.
Thank you. Thank you.
Love it.
Of John Greta's disciple.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, right, so and what does he do? What's suggestion you have?
They're scratching their heads. They don't know how they're going to do it. They know that they broke up. They know it was under tenuous circumstances.
Yeah.
They know that Posh Spice is happy.
Mm.
She's found David. He's not playing football at the moment. But
Ice hockey.
yeah, career change for him. And she's trying to work out how they're going to do it. Well, how we're going to get them together. We don't even know how the Spice Girls will bring everything back. They know it needs love. They know it needs happiness because they've seen the rune.
Yeah.
And what happens is that John is making a cuppa. He's got the furnace on. He's got a little Epsom,
What, like a furnace?
like a little, where you put the tabs in and then you put your cup on top.
I'm going to
light
lie.
it.
I haven't got a Scooby-Doo what you're talking about.
Okay, they've got a fire.
like Hexy tablets.
Yeah. So they've got that.
Yeah.
Fire is a little bit more biblical. Paul, question about them.
I still have no idea what you're talking about, but I really don't want to. I don't want this to become a fire podcast. You make fire out of tablets.
We're just rubbing two sticks together.
Yeah, there we go. Now we're
okay. Now we're back on comedy. Fucking problem.
There is an open flame.
Right, it's an open flame. A cup of tea is being brewed.
John's making a cup of tea, Brendan Gleeson, and as he picks up the cup, he knocks over the fire, and it lands on the rune.
Oh.
And the rune begins to glow. And the writing changes.
Oh no. She just
You know? Just sold him a dream. I'm going to explain this to the German delegate, John. Fucking hell.
What's all this fucking about?
Oh, it says don't get the Spice Girls.
I'm kind of committed now. Okay, right. So the rune has changed under the embers of the Hexy stove.
Yeah. And it begins to glow. And as it glows, it begins to burn away. And as it burns away, a hole appears in the centre of the room, and through it shines for the very first time in a year and a half, well, 2 years since Y2K. This is tenuous.
We've really got to stop doing these at 2 a.m.
The sun shines for the first time in 2 years.
Whoa.
The clouds open, the sun shines, and it shines through the hole, and then projects the Spice Girls' very first album onto the white snow.
Which was called?
It was called The Glory Years. I have no idea. Does anybody know the name of that?
I was going to say
No, I have no idea.
I think it was just called Spice.
I think it was just called Spice.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, lead
They
track
weren't even
was,
girls yet.
was Wannabe. Was the
Yeah.
lead track. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not revealing anymore.
Yeah, go on. Two become one.
She become one. Say you'll be there.
Oh, I'm out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I'm done.
You got 3 more than me, lads. So,
Spice cast.
We've got to remember we're trying to do a comedy podcast, and we just took a solid minute there to just
Name
slowly
tracks.
recite 3 Spice Girls songs.
Okay. Right. So, all right. So the sunshine. The hole is out, flying out. It's flying out, and it's projecting
Spice
Spice Girls' first
album.
album on the wall.
Yeah.
Okay. Just the album art.
Just the album art.
Okay.
Enough. It is enough to be said.
That's all that needs to be
All
said.
needs to be said.
Well, it's already. They already know the Spice Girls.
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
rubbing it
They're
in
not
now. It's just
looking
like
at
the Spice Girls.
He's just like, oh, that doesn't actually help.
a map to the Spice Girls would have been nice or something.
yeah.
Just anything.
Yeah, cool.
And that's when they realise that the Spice Girls need to sing their very first album.
Nice. Okay.
The one that just got the world going.
Mm.
Spice, as I've just found out.
By the way, again, never fact check me because I don't know anything. It's just a confidence trick. Okay, so So we now know that the Spice Girls not only have to reform, that they have to sing their first album, which was predicted in a rune from ancient Norway that has generated a hole through the floor that would only have been done by spilling some fire on it from a nice warm cup of tea.
Yep.
Makes sense. So okay, so what do we do? What are they going to call to action? What are they going to do?
We're then going to cut
Okay.
away from Greta. We've seen that bit of the story for a bit too long now. We need to know what Sporty and the rest are doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
We cut to Posh Spice. She sat cuddled up on the sofa with the love of her life, David Beckham, one of Manchester United's finest footballers. She couldn't have it any better. Apart from the Ice Age, she couldn't have it any better. When the phone rings. Phones still work.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Of course.
Yeah, of course
The
it
phone rings. She doesn't get
It'd be
it.
a landline, wouldn't it?
It would be a landline.
Yeah.
And they're all going, who's ringing?
Who's figuring it this time?
Yeah.
So
Who's this Ice Age?
Oh, get it. You never hear that anymore, do you?
No, no.
Oh God, this is.
I've got another 4 ideas, lads, if we want to.
Oh no, it's good. Oh no, you were doing a fine job.
Yeah, Ollie, this is on you. Me.
Okay, right. So the landline rings. Posh
Yeah.
Spice's landline rings.
Posh Spice's landline rings. She goes over. She picks up the phone. Her phone is one of those with a big long.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, she's classy enough that they could afford one of them.
Oh yeah, big money.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She don't get tangled up in wires.
No, why? Yeah.
No. She answers the phone. Hello. And a little Scandinavian voice at the other end of the phone says to her, "Is this Posh Spice?" And she sighs and goes, "Not anymore."
I've hung up my boots.
I know, yeah. And Greta says back, "Yes."
Yes.
Yes. She goes, "What do you mean?"
I'm sorry, I must have the wrong number. Hangs up. End of film.
So she's Posh Spice has got a phone call from Greta.
Mm.
And what does Greta? What is her pitch?
Greta tells it how it is.
Yeah.
She just explains that
There's been a time
there's
machine.
been a time machine. She's from the future. She's kind of a big deal.
You don't know me.
Yeah, I'm like, by the way, that she has been called by The Hague to bring together the Spice Girls in order to save the world. And Posh is like, David, you'll never guess who's on the phone. Greta Thunberg. And he goes, who's that?
Didn't he play for AC Milan 4 years ago?
And she's having none of it.
No. Well,
No.
Basically, this is a young lady phoning the Spice Girls to try and trick them into reforming. Right? Probably.
Fourth call this week, love. Fourth call this week. You think we're daft? Yeah. So she puts the phone down, but it's just on her mind all the time.
Yeah.
Who is this girl? What's happening? Why did I put the phone down so early? Why didn't I listen to her? Greta is calling up all of the Spice Girls, all 6 of the Spice. 6?
Yeah.
I think so.
I'm fairly sure there's 5, but
All 5.
I'm actually not entirely convinced because we've joked about 6 so often. It might be true.
I think there's 5 Spice Girls.
Right, hold on.
I'm trying
And
to
let's-
picture
right,
them
let's
on
just-
stage.
Let's get this out of the way. We've got Sporty, Posh,
Scary.
Scary, Ginger.
Jerry.
There was a Ginger Spice.
Jerry Spice.
Jerry.
Ginger. It was called Jerry. Baby.
Baby, 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was the 6th one.
Thick.
Which was all of them.
Thick.
Thick Spice.
Secret ingredient number 6. Thick Spice.
Their mum's spice bag. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, right. You just had by the microphone. Okay, right. So, obviously she's got David.
Yeah.
Some girl is on the front and she don't have none of it. David.
The cold's really hit her voice. Jesus. He's like, you used to have a sexy voice.
Used to be a singer.
Look at you now. She puts the phone down and she's mulling over it, and maybe we have her stood in front of a view of London while it's sunny, and she's harkening back to a time when it used to be sunny, when it used to be warm. And
Does she like longingly look at a photo of the band?
Yeah, on a beach.
Yeah.
When beaches were a thing.
Yeah, she's like, oh, I miss beaches.
I miss beaches. I miss the sand. Now all I've got is fucking tundras everywhere.
I miss the sand.
I miss the sand.
That's what you say when you come back from holiday, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, you got the holiday. I miss the sand.
Yep.
I do. Okay, right. So she's mulling it over.
Yeah.
And what's the thing that snaps her into action?
She goes to sleep that night.
Yeah.
Next
Like
to
many of us
David.
do.
Yeah, she sleeps.
Sleeps just immediately.
Not immediately. Maybe we have her. She's having a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, and David's chatting away about football. Oh, do you remember when I used to play football and I play ice hockey? And she's just running a finger around the rim of this coffee mug.
Yeah.
And he's like, Victoria, you're not even listening to me. She's like, what? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just Greta Thunberg, isn't it? And so she goes to bed that night, and in her dream, a Viking longboat sails towards her. She's down, she's at the coast, she's looking at her feet in the sand, she's thinking, God, I miss sand. And then she looks up, and there is a man with a wolfskin cape.
Yeah.
Cape? Are they called capes? What are they called? A shawl?
A pelt?
A
Towel?
pelt?
I don't know.
A towel?
Cowl.
He's like, I'm fucking, I tell you what, why did I not go swimming?
Victoria's subconscious doesn't really know what a Viking is. It's just a man in a wolf towel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh god, this movie poster.
And
Right, so there's a man wearing a wolf towel, a Viking.
Yeah.
And he has some words of wisdom.
he does. He jumps out of the boat and he lands onto the sand. It's not a big drop. And he walks over to her. And she's like, who are you? And then he starts speaking in Norse. She's like, what?
Yeah.
And then what happens is that all of a sudden she just understands it.
Wow.
Yeah. Mystical.
Divine. Mystical.
Divine.
Yeah, divine. Yeah.
Divine mysticism.
It sounds a little bit like a perfume ad. We're on the beach, there's a man in a towel. Divine.
Divine Norse.
And then just a couple of sprays and then back on the boat and he's gone. She's never smelt better. And he explains to her that song was a powerful tool in the 13th century BCE. That is before Common Era, for those of you that are not historically.
Do you think there's some like music from the 1300s?
Yes.
How do you think it would go?
When to become one.
Yeah. It would be that, but just like throat music.
Yeah.
It would be all of their album, but yeah. And lots of drums. Just lots of beating skins, as it were.
Oi, oi.
It's that doctor's appointment in Dagenham again. Okay. All right, so he beats some skins, and we've got and
Four more Spice Girls to go.
I know, God.
And we've got so she's aware of what needs to happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
She knows. And it is on Posh to bring back with Greta the rest of the Spice Girls.
Okay.
It ended in a very kind of contentious way. The breaking up of the band. Some of them didn't want to break up. Some did. Some of them that notably did want to break up was Posh.
Yeah.
She'd got her own thing going on. Sporty. She could have a career in anything that was athletic, I guess. Fucking hell.
she's now a championship skier.
The track and field's dried up since the apocalypse.
But Baby and Ginger were chomping at the bit to carry on. They were just like, one more tour, one more tour. So Greta's already rung them, and they were like, yes.
What are Baby and Ginger's careers now?
Baby is in fact an au pair.
Okay.
Right, nice.
Leaned into the name heavily.
What's Jerry Halliwell doing?
Jerry. Jerry Halliwell is in fact, she's just, do you know what? She's just trying to find herself.
Oh.
Nice.
She's really struggled since they broke up, to be honest with you, Paul. It was hard. The Ice Age hit everyone. But the breaking up of the Spice Girls, it only hit 5 people, and she was one of them.
You'd think the Gingers would thrive with no sun.
Yes, 7 the time of her life.
Yeah, she's never been healthier. Yeah.
Okay, right. So the Spice Girls, it's Posh's responsibility to get them all together.
There were some heated words between her and Scary.
Okay.
Some very heated words. Some people said that some people couldn't sing. Yeah.
This is made up, and I'm I'm caught up. No,
yeah.
bitch.
Yeah, and so they broke up under very tenuous circumstances. And it's on Posh to both bring back together the band, but also come to some home truths. A lot of the band breaking up was her fault.
Right.
She said some mean things. And so she's got to overcome that, as well as overcoming the Ice Age.
It's got a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, there's a lot riding on her. We thought this was Greta's story. She's not
Greta's
featured in
called Posh.
fucking ages.
She's called up Posh Spice and we're like, are you in? Thank God. Right. Good luck with the rest of the girls. See you in 2025.
It's a big weight off her shoulders. So it's on Posh. So Posh gets in her helicopter.
Right.
And she flies to Jerry Halliwell's house.
Nice.
She lands on the helipad.
So Jerry's doing all right. She's got a helipad.
Well, she's married to Christian Horner, isn't she?
And she used to be in the Spice Girls.
She used to be in the Spice. Yeah. And there was 5 of them, and they all made money. And she and Jerry opens the door. And she's like, well.
Yeah.
Look who's come a knocking. And Posh is like, don't give me this. And they get into a bit of a cat fight.
Yeah.
And then what happens is Jerry Halliwell, Ginger Spice's youngest child, runs up the stairs. He's also ginger. And
Very important. Just very important.
Just in case, no paternity test needed. It's definitely his.
It's usually easy to tell who the mother is.
So does the mother have the paternity test?
Maybe it does in the future. I don't know.
The first maternity test in history.
Yeah, so she knows it's his. He knows it's his.
Yeah.
The baby comes up. The child comes up.
The
baby crawls up the stairs. The child runs up the stairs. And he's like, Mummy, who's this? I don't know when or how I started doing all the dialogue for this film.
Yeah.
But I've really leaned into it.
I'll tell you what, it's ambitious.
Yeah. It's long.
Also, how old is this kid?
This kid is, let's say, the age of 4.
Right. Okay, so he was born before they broke up.
He was born before they broke up. He saw the very end of it. The fire burning and then the embers.
Nightmare.
I know.
Yeah.
So he's been through a lot.
Yeah.
Including the ice. Everyone's been through a lot.
Yeah, I mean, there's not anyone.
The ice age is a given, but everyone's been through a lot emotionally regardless of that. There's a lot of ghosts. And so he's like, stop fighting. And they're like, wow.
You are right, yeah.
Like, it took a 4-year-old.
From the mouth of babes.
She's like, you are my son.
Okay.
And they stop arguing. And Posh is like, I'm going to tell you something crazy. And Ginger's like, we better go inside. It's fucking freezing.
Yeah, their blood would have turned solid by now, I think.
So they go back inside and she explains it all to her. And she's like, what, but how? She's like, what do you mean? She's like, that's what's happening. There was a Rune, The Hague, Greta Thunberg, the future, Ice Age. Carol from Dagenham.
I'm in.
She's like, yeah, I'm into it.
Okay.
Say no more.
Yeah. She's like, and Posh is like, well, I thought that'd be difficult. And Ginger's like, if you thought I were going to be difficult, wait until we try and convince Checks Notes on the name of the Spice Girls. Wait till we try and convince Baby Spice.
Cool.
So then they get back in the helicopter.
Mm.
They put the baby to bed.
Yep.
Leave it with the father.
Oh, sorry. It's Joe Halliwell, baby.
They go to Baby's house. Excuse me. My goodness. It's just this story's really got me. They go to Baby's house.
Yep.
And she's like, yeah, I'm in. Yeah. Yeah, she's like, I am cash strapped right now.
She's not cash hot.
She's not cash shot.
She's time rich, though.
So they get then they go and get they'll go and get Sporty Spice.
Yeah.
She's just running on the treadmill. She's like, I need a change.
Still.
Of pace. She's
Just the glassy eyes.
yeah.
Just, I've never stopped.
Just deer, boar, just on the walls, just fucking.
God,
You've
it's
changed,
just the
like,
heads.
like, what happened to you?
Monday,
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, she's gone feral. Right, who have we got here? We've got Sporty. We've got Posh. We've got Ginger. We've got Baby. We ain't got Scary, have we?
We've got Scary.
Is that Mel B?
It's Mel B.
Oh, yeah.
So then they're all like, wait till we try and convince Mel.
No.
She's not going to believe this.
No.
Big Mount Bell. Yeah.
Bell? I didn't even notice that. It just sort of was like my brain.
Mount Bell.
Mount Bell.
Idiot.
So Scary Spice.
Scary Spice.
Mel B.
Yeah, Mel B. They turn up at her house and it is dilapidated, to say the least.
Just for the people at home, what does dilapidated mean?
It means it is a right shithole. It's a mess.
Dagenham.
God, we always slag off some part of the country every week.
I'm just glad it's not the north.
Dagenham deserves it.
Yep.
Yeah, go on.
So they're outside the house, freezing. They're looking at the house. I mean, the shutters are banging. The windows are boarded up. It's smashed to pieces. The front door is open and then just keeps slamming. And just keeps opening and slamming.
Scary.
Yeah, scary. Spice.
Okay.
And they walk towards the house and a voice shouts from inside the house in perfect harmony. Not a step closer. And they're like, Mel, we just want to talk. She says, we talked before. Okay. She said, my world has already ended. And I'm not talking about the Ice Age.
Oh. Cold.
Freezing. Frozen.
At some point, does a mammoth played by Ray Romano come out?
Has to.
Well, yeah, it has to now, doesn't it?
Wait till we get to the monologues. Fucking hell. The montages of the squirrel. That's what I'm waiting on.
It just keeps appearing.
Hey, girls, you're going to make up.
That was good.
Back your pass behind you.
Kermit the Frog. Okay. Right. So she's not.
She don't want it. She's non-responsive. She don't want it. She's been hurt too many times. Her world's ended. They step a step closer.
Yeah.
A shotgun.
By the way, these all sound like Spice Girls
They
songs.
do, don't they?
Yeah, I really wish I knew more because I reckon we could have smashed this.
Rinsed it. We could have rinsed it.
Okay.
There are going to be people at home furious at us.
Yeah. Why did he pick a fucking film about a he knows nothing about him?
Oh, the people at Dagenham writing, listening on their stolen phone. Okay. Right, so Mel, she's not in. No part of it.
No.
Okay.
She don't want any of it. She fires the shotgun, warning shot. It ricochets off the floor. That's how. That's yeah. It didn't end well.
Oh no.
And she shouts, "Step closer, and it'll be you."
It sounds like another Spice Girls song.
In this universe, these are all Spice Girls songs. And they keep like knowingly wink at the camera, but they're not actual Spice Girls songs. One step closer, and it'll be you.
And for the first week, we're not breaking any copyright or
Yeah.
trademarks.
There we go.
Okay, right. So do they leave dejected, or do they try and?
No, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
The world depends on it.
Yeah.
They've got Greta on the other side of the fucking phone, giving it large. She's like, it has to work. There's no other rune. Okay, we burnt the first one. She's like, what's she saying? She's fired a shotgun. What else is she saying?
And there's no rune at the end.
You come back with Mel B, or you don't come back at all.
Perfect rap. Perfect rap.
Have you ever noticed that's what she sounds like?
Yeah.
Stop burning the fucking earth.
Oh,
She tells her she can't go a step closer.
yeah.
Posh Spice, as everyone starts walking away back to the helicopter, Posh Spice looks at the house and just one last time shouts, "I'm sorry, Mel," and takes a step forward. And the shotgun does not ring off. Fire, that's the word, isn't it? You fire a shotgun.
Yeah, yeah.
As opposed to gathering children with a barrel.
Ding dong. I don't think she knows how to use that. I'm going to take a step here, girls. I think we'll be all right.
So she says, sorry, and how does Mel take this?
Mel takes this by the door slams shut, and Posh turns around to go home, back to David. And as she walks away, the door opens, and here comes Mel. She's looking a little bit dishevelled. Mm-hmm. She's taken to the kind of the wild side of the Ice Age.
Wolftown.
Yeah. I've seen you.
So Mel, she in?
She's in.
She's in.
Yeah.
And she gives it large. She gives it, you lot can't do this without me.
Right.
You know? Not in like a sassy way or like a mean way, but just in a, ugh.
Are they all
You
like,
know you need me.
Yeah.
yeah, that's specifically why we came.
Yeah.
There's no point giving it the big one.
we all of us.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Cool.
So they get in the helicopter.
Yeah.
Now starts the planning of the greatest
Movie.
music event
oh, yeah.
of the millennium.
Okay.
2 years in.
Which, yeah, it's keen 2 years in, yeah. It's keen to say it. But yeah, that's what they're going to do. So they start planning. They bring together all the greats of planning.
Who?
we haven't got time to write the film where they then go to bring all the greats together.
Give us the chief planner. Who's the best planner?
The best planner. They've brought on board the delegates of Germany
Classic.
to keep things in check. They've brought together the delegates of France to keep it fun and flamboyant. Mm-hmm. They've brought together the delegates of Britain just to fuck things over. every now and
Balance
again.
out.
just to bring us back down to earth. And the delegate of Brazil, because they do a hell of a street party.
It's fair enough.
Can't argue with that.
When it warms up again, can you tell us how to behave?
Okay, so the delegates are planning.
Yeah.
They're constructing stages,
Yeah.
all those types of things. Yeah. Ticketed event or just
no,
telly?
No, just telly. Just
Okay.
well televised and people can watch it, but I won't necessarily say ticketed. Let's see it as more of a lottery, if you will.
Okay, yeah.
It's minus 40 degrees outside. I don't think anyone's going to be queuing outside to come see it live.
Yeah, be on Sky Digital. Channel 5, which is brand new.
So people have been picked from a lottery.
Mm-hmm.
There's 30,000 tickets.
People of the world.
People of the world from all over come together to watch this spectacular event, which is the full rendition of the first Spice Girls album, which we think is named Spice.
It is in this universe.
It is in this universe. Greta's there. All the delegates are there. The world is watching. The world is watching. And it starts with the opening song and the opening lyrics of Tell Me What You Want, What You Really, Really Want. Is that a song?
Yeah, that's Wannabe.
Wannabe!
Yeah.
They start with Wannabe.
Yeah.
The girls come together. Everyone's just, oh my God, we've heard this might save the world. I've heard it was on a rune. and they start to sing.
Can we cut to one grumpy bastard be like, I'd rather the world stayed like this than listen to this shit.
I'm fucking thriving, mate. Let me tell you. And they start to sing, and all their voices break. And the world's like, what? What? And people are like, but Greta said this would work.
The runes.
The runes. I also was involved in a lottery to be here today.
It was a rune ruse.
It was a rune ruse.
No.
And people are like, this is fucking shit.
I'm out.
I'm going. And they all start to leave, and the Spice Girls are on stage. They're panicking. They're like, oh my God, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I can't sing. What's happening? Well, I don't understand. And Greta's scratching her head. She's on the phone to the rest of the disciples.
She's not rubbing her head.
She's not rubbing her head this time. She's got an hat on. She's got an hat on.
Okay.
She's like, John, you took a photo of the rune. What did it say on the rune? And he's explaining what it said on the rune. And then at the bottom of the rune, before it burnt away, there was in fact a picture, an etching, if you will, of a person, and a second, and a third, and a fourth, and a fifth. But there was a sixth.
Six spies.
Six spies. Six spies.
That probably won't pick up. People are going to be like, why do they just stop talking?
There was a sixth one. And they're like, what the hell?
Oh, it is.
What?
It isn't.
And all of a sudden, everyone's leaving the stadium. The world's always going to be this way. We've just got to live with it. No more feet in the sand. We're done. We're done. And there's just this one woman stood in the middle of the stadium as everyone's budging past her. They're banging into her. They're pushing through. Let me get out. And he's got a taxi home. And she just starts to sing the opening lyrics of Wannabe. And it is perfect.
Who is this woman?
They look down at her. Who is this woman? Said Posh Spice.
Like a child's novel. A child's novel? A kid's book for normal human beings with functioning brains.
Child's novel.
A child's novel. Father, please read me a child's novel. I want you to go to sleep.
Who is this woman?
They're looking at her. She's head to toe. She's got so many layers on. So many layers on. Many a Canada goose. Many a third. To the point that she looks very much like the Michelin Man. She's huge.
Just a ball.
Just
Don't we all?
yeah. And they're looking at her and they're going,
Singing ball.
just
Like
roll
a
her to the stage. Get her on.
Like a weeble.
And they're looking at her and they're like, oh, is she? And one of them's like, oh my God, look at how thick she is. Like, thick spice.
Thick spice.
It's thick spice.
Thick spice,
There
you
was
see
a
it?
sixth one all along. And not just to prove my point.
Who's she played by?
She's played by...
You got to be careful.
Can I'm going to interject here. It's got to be Carol.
Oh my God. It could be Carol from
Carol
Dagenham.
was the thick spice.
Yeah, she was the one that started it.
Yeah.
She was the one that's going to fucking finish it.
I created this world.
Carol from Dagenham. She's
Brilliant.
there. And she starts singing Thick Spice. That everyone's just like, what? They all start turning around. I can't believe this. I cannot believe my ears.
Yeah.
She turns. She looks. She looks. She sees them on stage. Everyone's looking at Thick Spice, thinking, you've got to be up there. John's on the phone. There's a sixth Spice Girl. And that etching looks pretty thick.
Thick spices.
Go on.
And they're like they're just like push her to the stage, get her to not in an angry way, not like a fucking
Like an angry mob.
yeah,
Get her up there.
she's on the thing.
This is a cheerful way.
Yeah,
Get her to the
yeah.
stage.
Very much like is it a crowd surf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The crowd
Just
surf.
like a ball.
Yeah,
Like
just
the
a
beach.
roller. Just like-
Buffing like 20 feet in the air.
She's bouncing from one person to another. They're getting her up. She lands on the stage. The Spice Girls grab her. They pick her up. And they're like, we didn't know. And she's like, I didn't know I had it either. And then the music starts again.
And then bang.
Boom. They perform the whole Spice Girls album, Spice, incredibly.
Yeah.
And people are dancing, people are cheering, people feel happy for the first time in 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah. It's not that long, but
And does it work?
it works. It works. But things don't start to thaw out. Everyone's still worried about the flood. It just starts to evaporate.
Oh.
The sun starts to shine, and everything starts to go back to normal.
Little beads of sunlight just coming through.
Yeah.
Do they all sing "Here Comes the Sun" as well? The Beatles classic.
They do.
Because
I was just about to say, that's not a Spice Girl.
it is this universe.
They do.
Cool.
They do.
And that, and all the world's problems are solved.
All the world's problems are solved. And then Posh is like, well,
Fucking see you later.
bye.
I'm outie.
David, get back to work.
And
Put
Posh
your
is-
skates away. Get those boots on, big man.
Yeah, Posh is like, oh, that was so much fun, but I guess that's us then. And Mel's like, it doesn't have to be.
Another song.
Once more.
Yeah, and they stay formed,
Oh, nice. Good for them.
So,
and we get so many more albums.
oh, wow, so this is it. Happy ending.
Yeah.
Wow. Happy ending. Good. No twist. I love it. I love it. And what's this movie called?
Spice Age.
Oh, you piece of shit.
Yep. In a world where science can do nothing, the Spice Girls will tell you what you want, what you really, really want.
Ice Age.
I love it.
I love it. Well, we're going to make it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We have to.
Yeah. I think we can afford all 5 Spice Girls.
Yeah.
But can you afford Carol? That's the question.
Yeah. We'll stretch the budget.
Yeah.
I'll shit out another egg.
Oli Burkill.
Mm-hmm.
You want to hear your film?
I'd love to.
This is a thriller set in 2002 about the band the Spice Girls, and we open up to a sporty Spice on a treadmill on a fake landscape of London, and we get revealed that actually it wasn't all good. Y2K was actually the start of an ice age, and she tucks into a wild boar and half a grapefruit. And while she's doing this, she's watching Tony Blair, played by Colin Farrell, on the telly, who we never meet again.
We never He wasn't even invited to the delegation at that.
No. And then, so suddenly there's a wise person who we get introduced as Greta Thunberg in The Hague. And she goes to The Hague, and yeah, she's there, and she goes to tell them that they need to reform the Spice Girls, and the reason why is because she found an ancient rune in a working holiday in Norway, and it says on it, the cold will come, toes will numb. That's something at shoes, because I can't read my own writing. You need the Spice Girls. So, and at this point, they believe her because obviously they knew that Greta needed to come back to the past to help them, even though they didn't know who she was. But she came back and told them, we don't need to figure that out. It's okay. So at this point, all of the delegates of the world arrive in The Hague in their Nissan Tundras, and it's all a big rabble. Greta kicks open the door. She says, "Oi!" and no one listens until the delegates kind of sort it out. And then John is Greta's disciple, who's played by Brendan Gleeson, and also and now they talk. They tried to convince people about this, and they do. They say we need to reform the Spice Girls. Everyone's happy about it. For just takes it. They've tried everything else. Might as well listen to Greta.
Yep.
And as they go back to make a cup of tea, the fire gets knocked over and lands on the rune. The rune burns away, makes a big hole in the floor, projects the Spice Girls album cover on the wall, and that's when they realise that they need to for the girls to sing. And then we cut away from Greta.
You are, Jim.
You know what, Jim? It sounded quite loose when I said it, but this is fucking threadbare.
I'm so involved. I'm picturing what's going on.
It sounds so uninteresting. And then it burns a hole in the fucking ground.
I think I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to work out my own handwriting.
It's the scribblings of a madman.
Ollie's brain to my hand.
All work and no play.
Posh Spice, hey, Posh Spice is on the phone to Greta Thunberg, and she's not convinced at first, and she has a little think about it, and because she's listened to David talk about the old days, and she's sick of it, and she decides she's going to get the Spice Girls back together to get this going.
Yeah. There was a dream at one point.
Yeah, she has a dream of a Viking longbow with a Viking in a towel made of wolf. And he explains that a song was important in the 1300s, and and they need to bring back song.
Mm-hmm.
So just to regroup a bit, and then so she goes. She gets Baby and Ginger just in.
Yeah.
For time reasons, we very quickly moved over there.
Baby's an au pair. Ginger's just finding herself. And then we get a helicopter to Ginger's house. She makes the peace, nice and happy. Baby Spice is in. Sporty's in because she's just treadmilling, eating balls. But Mel B, Scary Spice, is living in a scary house. She's in a scary place, and she doesn't find it at first until she starts firing a shotgun around, and they bravely just approach her, and there's a lot of sorries, and she's in.
Yeah.
She's in. And at this point, we go back, and the planning committee of the Germans, the French, the British, and the Brazilians are planning a concert for 30,000 people, which is decided by a lottery. And the Spice Girls begin to sing Wannabe, their first song, until their voices don't work anymore, and they're all there's chaos. Everyone's like, "Oh, this is supposed to work." That was the Japanese delegation. Until a space clears in the middle of the crowd, and we see a ball of song.
Yeah.
Carol from Dagenham, the original perpetrator of the Ice Age. She left her freezer open. It's her mess. She's gonna have to fix it.
Boom.
Yeah. And she does, and she sings beautifully. She brings the girls back together. They sing the song. It warms up the world. The sun's shining. They sing, "Here Comes the Sun."
Just for good measure.
Just for good measure. But you would, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You would. I would.
Be rude not to.
I'm not really sure how I would react, given that nightmarish scenario you just described.
And then the Spice Girls reveal that they're going to stick together and create more songs. Keep the world warm.
Yep.
It's a sad ending.
I love it. I absolutely love it. It's
really
great.
good.
And it's called
wicked,
Spice Age. Brilliant.
I love it.
I love it, Ollie. I love it. We're going to make this.
It's fantastic.
Thank you.
We are going to make it. And yeah, this is great. This has been brilliant.
We've forgotten how to end.
So actually, first we're going to tell everyone to take a second, take a nice hot cup of tea, and then go onto Spotify and all that, and give us 5 stars, and write a nice little review. Say this was nice to listen.
I
to.
liked it. This was nice. Age.
That would really help us out. And Ollie, thank you so much for coming in. I mean,
Thank you.
It was really good. It was really lovely to have you. Where can we find you on the socials?
At Oli Burkill Comedy.
Oli Burkill Comedy, and go see Ollie when he's gigging about, because it's great fun. And go see him. It's brilliant. It's funny. And are you plans to go back to Edinburgh next year?
Yeah, probably.
So keep
I
an
don't
eye.
know what we're gonna do, but yeah.
Oh, keep an eye. It'll be exciting. It'll be brilliant. And thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
It's we're gonna go back out into the cold, into our road a little while. So
I'll sing the Spice Girls, see as it warms up.
that'll get you arrested on the bus.
Again.
It won't get you arrested, but
No.
a bad look. Well, thank you very much, everyone.
We better go.
Yeah, we're all obviously
in a mess. See you later. Bye bye. Thanks for listening. Love you. Bye. Kisses.